Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our second episode of Stardew Valley here on Storybook Farm. It's 6 a.m. on the second day of spring, and we're ready to get out there and meet some more villagers, maybe plant some more crops, explore a little more of this wonderful, sunny fantasy world in which everything is so much better than real life. As usual, we're going to start by just checking what the television has to tell us.
Ooh, I see a glimmer within my scrying orb, a shard of knowledge from the future. The spirits are in good humor today. I think you'll have a little extra luck.
Another lucky day for us, that's good. And tomorrow's weather will be rainy all day, and that means we won't have to water our crops, and it also means that we'll have some... Oh, I was not expecting this, but of course we got a coal from one of the rocks we broke on the farm yesterday, and we also fished a little piece of copper ore out of Clint's trash can. And the first time you get copper ore, you get this cutscene the next morning. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. Clint, were you watching me fishing through your trash can?
If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens, I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them.
Clint, you're very kind, and I'm sure you'll be getting a lot of business from me. I learned how to craft a furnace. Now, I will not be able to actually use this blueprint until the mines open up to us, which won't be until later in the week, since I don't think I'm going to get enough copper ore out of Clint's trash can to be able to build a furnace. But, hey, every little bit of progress.
The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades.
Thank you, Clint, for that little bit of useful information. Anything else?
When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy.
All right, and we have a new journal entry, Foraging Ahead. We have a quest to craft a furnace, and as I said, we won't be doing that for a while since it takes 20 copper ore, and we, at the moment, only have 1. We have some mail. Let's check that out. Hello there. I just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for ya. Willie. Oh, yes, we will certainly be visiting Willie today and see what he has to give us. So we'll just quickly water our crops. That won't take us very long. And check out our quest to visit Willie down at the beach. Get our first fishing rod and do some fishing. I think I might break a few rocks here on the farm before I go down to the beach, just clear up a little bit more. A little bit every day will quickly get us to the point where we have lots of usable space. We'll put away the watering can for the moment, grab the pickaxe, and I'm also going to chop a wee bit of wood just because if I chop a little bit of wood every day, I will quickly have the 300 I need to build the bridge. I got a geode. I received a stone. Game. Oh my goodness. I also got a geode. We're gonna wait a little bit before we have our geode opened by Clint, though, partly because today is only a little bit lucky. We'll wait for a really lucky day. And also because I want to wait until I have a few more geodes. Actually, rethinking that. All right. I don't want to use all my energy because I will need some for fishing, but I do have 5 green onions in my inventory that I can eat. And when fishing, you often will get some either green algae if you're fishing in a river or a lake, or seaweed if you're fishing in the ocean that you can eat to restore some of your energy bar as well. And before we go down to the beach, we'll just head down to the green onion patch again. I don't remember whether I mentioned in the last episode, but the green onions respawn on a daily basis. All of the other forage on the map respawns on a weekly basis. So there's a chance of forage spawning on any given day, new forage spawning. And if you clear out the weeds, forage won't spawn on your farm, but if you clear out the weeds out around town and here and there, you get a chance of having more forage spawn than if there were weeds in place, just because there are more areas available for the forage to potentially spawn. It's Sunday is the reset day, so as a rule, I try to go around the map on either Friday or Saturday, usually Saturday, and make sure that I've picked up everything that I can, just because if you leave forage lying around, it will disappear at the end of the day on Saturday, and then new forage will start spawning on the Sunday. That's not true of the green onions. The green onions will respawn on a daily basis. So you can clear it out as we did yesterday. Come back and find new green onions the next day. There we go. Now we have 13 green onions and a dandelion. That should get us through quite a bit of fishing. And we will be doing a bunch of fishing today because until our first crops come in, fishing is our best bet for making money early game. Now, I know a lot of people find fishing really challenging in Stardew Valley. The fishing mini game is not very intuitive for a lot of people. And that was actually true for me as well when I first started playing. I could not figure it out. A gold bar from Haley's trash can. Oh my goodness. This is why you check trash cans, people. You can get some really amazing stuff. I haven't met Haley yet. I just wanted to catch her up. Oh, you're that new farmer girl or whatever, aren't you? Yes, I am. Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be pretty. Actually, never mind. I don't think I'll take that as a compliment, Haley, but you'll get nicer once I get to know you. I hope. So, how was your first night in the old cottage? It was not bad at all, Lewis. Your grandpa used to complain about the rickety old bed, but I think deep down he actually loved that house. You know, Lewis, I was so exhausted after all the work I did yesterday, I don't think I could have slept on a cement block, and I would have slept deeply and well. That's all you have to say, and I'm not going to be able to check trash cans because there's too many people around. Beach is a cool place to hang out and soak up some rays. Well, I'm heading down to the beach later. Want to join me? You gotta spend some time in the sun or else you'll get all pale. I'm not going to have that problem. I'm a farmer. My main issue is going to be the tan line under my shirt. Oh, you've got more to say. Hey, you want to hang out with me at the beach sometime? Do you have a bikini? No. You know what? I don't actually know whether I have a bikini. I believe that once the bathhouse opens, the female character might end up in a bikini. I don't remember. Hey, kid. Name's Pam. Don't be a jerk, and we'll get along fine. Okay. forthright. Good to be forthright. Speak your mind. And down to the beach we're strolling. Enter the Willy cutscene. Ah, there he is at the end of the pier, smoking his pipe, the old grizzled seaman. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet ya. Ah, I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. I finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. You received a bamboo pole. There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. Thank you, Willy. If it smells, it sells. Heh. That's what my old pappy used to say anyway. Back to smoking his pipe as we gaze out on the lovely blue waters. Well, we don't have a lot of space in our inventory, but let's go ahead and do some fishing, and if we need to throw out that fiber, we'll do it. So when I started fishing in Stardew Valley, back when the game first came out, I was terrible at it. I used to ask my sons to come and help me if I really needed to catch a fish because they seemed to intuitively grasp the minigame. And eventually they got tired of helping me out and required me to learn how to fish myself. And I eventually did get the hang of it. We've caught our first sardine. When you first use the fishing rod and the game is teaching you how the minigame works, you can't lose the fish. The green bar never goes down. And after that, it becomes a little bit harder. So we'll just gaze out at these lovely blue waters and see what we can catch. Wait for the exclamation mark to appear above your head, and then click to hook the fish. And then you want to just have little steady clicks. Wow. Our luck is maybe not as good as the spirits might have indicated today. We're fishing up a fair bit of trash, although we got very lucky with Haley's trash can. That was rather amazing. Come on, fish. I know I don't have any bait on my line. I know I've been fishing this one spot for quite a while. All right, let's go try somewhere else. Actually, let's go ahead and eat the seaweed to restore our... And actually, I want to check something. I am not sure whether the cutscene with Willy and the cutscene with Clint count as having met them. So let's just double check here whether they're listed as people we know. Okay, we have Clint and we have Willy. So the cutscene does count as meeting them. Who do we have left who we haven't met yet? Abigail, Jazz, George. We can meet George. He's always in his house. That'll be easy. Emily, we'll go to the bar. Marnie, Gus. Okay, we definitely need to go to the saloon tonight. And let's head up to the mountains and see if we can find some of those other folks that we have yet to meet. We'll just take a really quick check of the... Oh, there's Elliot. Say hello to Elliot. We will not, however, give Elliot a clam. He will not appreciate that.
A great idea can pass through your head when you least expect it. But if your mind is too busy, you might miss it. Well, I really must get back to my work.
Your work appears to be gazing out at the river over the bridge, but I assume that you're working on your novel in your head. Oh, hi! It's good to see you again. You too, Sam. Take it easy. And Vincent, we've already met. We'll say hello to him. Every day that you speak to a villager improves their relationship with you. Every day that you don't speak to a villager gives a very, very slight negative to your relationship score. So it's a good idea to just talk to villagers every time you pass them. The game pauses while you're in conversation, so it doesn't waste your time. Mom won't let me have any more gummies today. Oh, Vincent, you look so sad. I don't have any gummies to give you, though. Jazz is another shy one. Hi. I'm tutoring Vincent and Jazz today. They're a handful, but it's nice to make a difference in someone's life. Indeed it is, and there is our first daffodil. And our inventory is full. Got any more ore for me, Clint? Nope. I wouldn't have been able to do anything with it if I had. Let's just toss the broken CD, the fiber. We'll hang on to the driftwood for now, just because if we run into Leah likes driftwood. She makes sculptures out of it. Oh, that's right. I heard someone new was moving into that old farm. It's kind of a shame, really. I always enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. They will not be overgrown for much longer. I intend...
Don't mind my husband, George. He isn't very friendly to strangers. If you get to know him better, he'll warm up to you. I'm sure you two could become good friends one day. Oh, since you're so interested in my husband, I'll let you in on a little secret. He really likes leeks. You can find them in the mountains this time of year.
This is why it's good to keep talking to villagers, as long as they have something to say. If I had stopped clicking on Evelyn after her first speech bubble, I never would have found out that George loves leeks, and I wouldn't be able to gain friendship with him nearly as quickly.
It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off!
I don't have any leeks on me. Oh, sorry, Evelyn. I'll get out of your way there. Don't have any leeks on me. Actually, I will pop into the bar a little bit later. Have you met my mother? She's the town carpenter. I have, actually. She was the one to meet me at the bus stop when I first arrived in town. Oh, I need to come back here with my pickaxe and break that rock over there, just so I can clear out the weeds from the area there in the fence. And then we'll occasionally have forage spawn. So we're going to head up the path here, and here's someone else we haven't met.
Greetings. I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father.
Thanks for introducing yourself. This is Maru's dad, Robin's husband.
I'm studying the local plants and animals from my home laboratory. Have you met my daughter Maru?
She's interested to meet you. I did meet her, actually. I was just speaking to her on my way up from town. Grab that wild horseradish. And then we'll do a wee bit more fishing. There are several places in Stardew Valley that are very good spots for fishing. We are not able to cast our rod quite far enough yet to be able to get into the deep water and get fish with silver or gold star quality. But there's a few places where once our fishing has leveled up a little bit, we'll be able to consistently get star quality fish. So I tend to go back to the same fishing spots. And we got a largemouth bass. Excellent. Wait a minute. I should reel in my rod and get rid of the driftwood. Otherwise, I will not have inventory space for more fish. And that would be a shame. And now, even though we have more inventory space, we're going to have to see what is in our treasure chest. Okay, we can't use the bait yet because we don't have a fishing rod that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and take the coal instead of the sardine. I hate to do it, but I believe the sardine is the item that we need the least at the moment. Yeah. Well, there's no point in doing any more fishing at the moment since we won't be able to have room for anything else we'll catch, but Sebastian's come out to have his smoke break by the lake. Oh, you just moved in, right? Cool. Out of all the places you could live, you chose Pelican Town. I did, as a matter of fact. I was deeded property here and, free land. They don't just hand it out for the asking. A stranger. Hello? Don't mind me. I just live out here. Alone. Linus, would you like a spring onion?
This is a great gift. Thank you.
There's just a few people in town who like spring onions. Linus is one of them. I'm not going to dig up these wiggly worms here yet because I know they will stay in place until the end of Saturday of this week. And so will that leek. And I don't have room in my inventory for them. We got to go throw some things in our chest. Inventory management. This game in the early days is all about inventory management. All right. Oh my goodness, we have 3 wild horseradish already. All right, we are going to sell 2 of those. We're going to keep the clam, we're going to keep the chub, and we're going to keep the largemouth bass. We're going to sell our 2 dandelions. We're going to keep the gold bar. We're going to keep the coal. And we're going to store our fishing rod for the moment. Let's put some things in our sell chest. Dandelions, wild horseradish. We will keep the spring onions. They're more valuable to us for energy than they are for what we'd get for them in the fuel box. All right, let's chop some more trees before we go to bed because we're going to need wood. I'll just eat a few onions. Raw green onions. Yum yum. I actually enjoy onions a lot, but just popping them raw like this. Yeah, only so I can chop trees, that's all. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I wonder whether there's anyone who ever actually sells wood in this game. As I mentioned before, it is so important for almost every crafting recipe that you're going to do. I can't imagine having enough extra wood to go around shipping it. One of the advantages of the standard map, as opposed to the extra maps that came out with the 1.2 version is that you never seem to run out of wood when you have the river map or the hilltop map, or even, believe it or not, the forest map. There aren't nearly as many trees that spawn in at the beginning of the game, and as a result, often find yourself running out of wood mid-game, having to wait for trees to grow back on the rest of the map. Well, that is it for what we're going to do today, I think. I'm hoping that we've managed to level up in at least one area. I'm going to go to sleep for the night. Yes, we did. We did enough tree chopping to level up in foraging, +1 axe proficiency. Trees sometimes drop seeds, and we have the recipe for the field snack. That's going to be really useful in our energy management over the next few days. And we made 230 gold from foraging. The dandelions were worth 80 gold. The wild horseradishes were worth 50 gold. Day 2 of spring was over. Day 3 of spring is beginning. Thanks again for joining me for my second episode. I hope that if you enjoyed, you will come back and join me for the next one as well. Take care.